folks, in this video I highlight some of my practices I use for winter grazing. As the seasons change from summer to fall, the grass growth begins to greatly slow down. After the first frost, the grass begins to go dormant. Some grasses like fescue actually become more appealing after frost. This is a good time to graze those areas that have the fescue. You'll notice the cows seem to enjoy it a lot more at this time. As we get closer to winter, I like to graze pastures that are hard for me to access when there's snow on the ground. This is a nice little trick, and I recommend that you keep this trick in your back pocket. Sooner or later, stockpiled pastures will be needed. What is stockpiled grass? Stockpiled grass is basically uncut hay left to grow in the pasture. Weeks before needing these stockpiled pastures, I remove these pastures from my rotational program. So basically, about a month and a half, 2 months before I need them, what I will do is just pick a couple pastures that are easy for me to access when I have snow, and I just completely remove them from our rotation, letting the grass growth build up and stockpile. Once I get to stockpiled fields, I no longer set up daily paddocks. Instead, I set up paddocks for 3 or 4 days. I still water them daily, so I'm able to monitor them to see if they need moved sooner versus later based on what's still in their paddocks. Grazing in snow. Cattle have no problem grazing through snow. Of course, the deeper the snow is, the more challenging it becomes for them. I have witnessed them easily grazing through 6 inches of snow with no problems. As long as they are having no issues getting to the grass, I do not offer hay. Hay is only offered after stockpiled pastures run dry, or we get a layer of ice, either on top of the ground or just on top of the snow. Either one. Cattle have issues breaking ice to graze, so at this time I do offer the bale. Now when you offer the bale, I recommend you use a hay ring, and you move it every day that you replace the bale, feeding in a new area each time. This will help increase your fertility in all of those places that you fed, versus just feeding in one spot over and over and over. Here you can see how the hay bales were set up within a poly wire to protect them from the cattle until they were needed. And then I just simply moved the cows to this area, only giving them access to 1 bale per day. Making sure the herd has access to water at all times is very important. During the winter, this can be more of a challenge depending on where you are located. Here in Ohio, winters are pretty drastic, with the exceptions of this year because of the El Nino. But in most cases, I visit the pasture twice a day to supply the cattle with fresh water and to break any unwanted ice off the top of the water trough. This winter grazing plan is one that I have customized for my land and area. It's something I work to improve each and every year. The goal would be to not have to feed any hay unless we have ice, and the rest of the period of time we would just graze our stockpiled fields. This is a basic rundown on how I get from fall through winter into spring. I hope it's helped some of you. If it's left any unanswered questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments section below. And if you haven't taken time to subscribe yet, please do so. Thanks for watching JC's Organic Farming. And hey, if you liked the video, don't forget that thumbs up. Appreciate it.